Alright boys, welcome back to the video. Today we're talking about the Portland Trail Blazers and their most important key moving forward to basically win the Western Conference Finals to make it to the NBA Finals. But before that, really quick, if you guys like the video, drop it down below, press the subscribe button, and let's get into the video. So, I decided to do a Portland Trail Blazers video today because they're going to be versing the Denver Nuggets tonight. Now, they did win the last game 115-95 against basically Nikola Jokic and his Denver Nuggets because obviously Jamal Murray's out and they're starting Facundo Campazzo, but he's not that starting caliber point guard that they need. So, a really good win from the Trail Blazers, but today it's going to be a really good game and a really important game to basically get away from this 2-2 split, man. So, if they can get the win here, they definitely will ride the momentum in game, I want to say, what was that, game 7? Or game 6, I want to say, if they win this. So they hopefully will, or hopefully they might win this game, man, because quite honestly, if they get this win, it would be a really good momentum booster for the next game, and quite honestly could lead them to winning the series. So first and foremost, who we need to talk about is Damian Lillard. Now, Damian Lillard is basically their floor general, the basically centerpiece of their whole offense, man, because when Lillard's off the floor, their offense is absolutely horrendous, man. But even last game was really good, though, because Damian Lillard was off, Norman Powell and CJ McCollum both stepped up, and their offense was flowing. So they really need Damian Lillard to go off in these basically 2 games, because if he isn't going off and Norman Powell and CJ McCollum don't show up, then their offense is going to be really stagnant. Obviously got Carmelo and Anthony Simons off the bench, but they can't really carry the offense. So they need Damian Lillard to go off. Over the season, he's averaging 30.8 points, 10 assists, and 4 rebounds. So good all-around stats for Damian Lillard in just 38 minutes, which is really good. And then obviously they got CJ McCollum starting at shooting guard, 21 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. So they really need CJ McCollum to step up, because honestly, in his last few games, and I will say he did step up last game, but in his last few games before that, he wasn't really that good. So they really need him to step up. They also need Norman Powell to step up, who's averaging 18 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists, man. So he's a really good third option on this team, man. Really, someone that can really score. Obviously last game he went off for 29 points, which is absolutely ridiculous, man. He just could not miss from the floor. So if they have another game from Norman Powell like that he did last game, he would be really good for them moving forward. And honestly, they should keep him moving forward because he's a really good piece. I want to say he's like 26 or 27, pretty young, but also not too young to where he can't do anything. So they should keep Norman Powell if he keeps playing like this. And then obviously they got people like Jusuf Nurkic, man, starting center. I feel like Nurkic is one of the most underrated centers out there, man. He's a really good finisher, someone that can defend around the paint a lot. So I really like Nurkic. Obviously he's averaging 13.3 points, basically 11 rebounds, and 3 assists. So Nurkic, sorry. Nurkic is definitely one of their most important pieces this series, because obviously he's the one knocking down Nikola Jokic when Nikola Jokic isn't on the floor. Jokic is guarding basically their big man, so he's really their most important piece when it comes to interior defense. Obviously, when he's off, it's gonna be a huge problem because Kanter can't play a lick of defense. But when he's on the floor, it really helps them that he plays the interior defense really well. And then finally, they got Robert Covington, man, starting at the power forward, 6 points, basically 6 rebounds or 7 rebounds and 2 assists. Pretty underwhelming season from Robert Covington, man. I mean, he's definitely not the Covington we used to see last year in the bubble against OKC. That was the Robert Covington who could shoot the 3 and play defense, but this is the Robert Covington that just basically plays defense for the team, man, and doesn't really care about scoring. He can obviously shoot the 3. He still is that type of player, but he just can't score because he's playing behind 3 basically scoring options and using Nurkic. So definitely good to see Robert Covington taking that team defense role, but I definitely want to see some more scoring output from him. And obviously off the bench, they got Carmelo Anthony, who's averaging 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. So Carmelo is definitely a good 6 man for this team. Someone that can give them scoring output basically every night, double-digit score every night, I want to say. But when Melo's off, man, it's definitely a huge liability because he definitely can't play any defense. He can't play make. He's only really good for basically shooting, spot-up shooting. So when Carmelo Anthony's off, they need to take him out. So, but other than that, man, I mean, when he's having a good game, he's having a good game. Don't get me wrong, but he definitely needs to work on the defensive end. And then basically, like, on this bench, man, they don't really have anyone else. I mean, Anthony Simons is solid, 6 points, like 3 rebounds, 1 assist. I mean, he's only 20. I want to say he's 23 or 21. I want to say, but Anthony Simons is young, man. I just gotta give him some time. I mean, I definitely like his game, but he has to develop pretty soon. And then, like, everyone else, I mean, like Kanter, he doesn't get that much minutes anymore because he can't play defense. I like how they're giving more minutes to Rondae Hollis-Jefferson. Like, I saw in the last game, Terry Stotts decided to go with Rondae instead of, and it's Kanter. Really good move from Stotts. Rondae can play better defense than Kanter, and quite honestly, his even though his offensive game isn't that good, it's still pretty decent on this team, man. Who doesn't really need any scores off the bench, because obviously 3 scoring options on the starting lineup, and then they got Carmelo Anthony off the bench. So definitely good to see that Rondae's getting more runs over Enes Kanter, even though he's basically, I want to say small forward or power forward, man, and Kanter's a center, but they could run Rondae Hollis-Jefferson at the small ball 5 off the bench and be really good. Could definitely give him some defensive plays, some scoring. Scoring output. I guess. I mean, he's pretty solid all around, man. I definitely feel like they should keep him. So, really good pickup from Blazers getting Rondae Hollis-Jefferson. But like overall, man, like this series really just depends on how well their big three, not necessarily big three, but how well Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, and Norman Powell play. I mean, all of them, we all know they can score basically double digits in every game. I mean, but obviously like Damian Lillard was pretty off last night, and CJ McCollum and Norman Powell stepped up, but considering that, what if they don't step up this game? All 3 of them, I mean, they're definitely going to be in trouble if none of them step up. And quite honestly, you wouldn't get anything going, because even though they can't get it going, they still have Melo off the bench. But we can't really trust Melo to go off every game too. So they definitely need this three scoring options on this team to go off for scoring. And quite honestly, needs them to carry the offense. So I like this Blazers team. I got them going to the Western Conference Finals. You know, you guys can basically argue in the comments, but I definitely got them going to the Western Conference Finals. They have a lot of potential. Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, Norman Powell. So that's the end of the video. If you guys like the video, drop it down below, press the subscribe button, and I'm out. Peace.